This is Nolan here ranking all 8 Harry Potter films. Okay, going at number 8. For the worst Harry Potter film, we got the dreadful movie 6, The Half-Blood Prince. Now, this one, let me talk about the climax and the good part first. So, the good part was when, we got Dumbledore and Harry fighting off all those alien creatures, and then we go back to the normal Hogwarts castle, and then we got the Half-Blood Prince killing Dumbledore. That was a very strong moment, and just him as a Snape revealing on himself as the Half-Blood Prince was really weird. It kind of made sense after like the whole thing. Like, you could probably predict that because he's been kind of dark the whole entire franchise up to this point. But yeah, plus the part I don't like is the Tom Riddle part, which is 2/3 of the movie. That's like an hour and 25 minutes of the movie down the drain. That's what I don't like about this movie. They spent more than half the movie going over all this Tom Riddle stuff and explaining what Voldemort's backstory was. Yeah, I didn't really like that. I honestly just think Tom Riddle was a bland character at the best. Well, except for his Chamber of Secrets appearance. That was the best appearance. But overall, I honestly think that Half-Blood Prince is awful and it should never be a thing. But I'm really looking forward to reading the book. Coming up at number 7, we got the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which is film number 4. Now, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire starts off with the Quidditch World Cup, which gets cut. Unfortunately, it would have been better for that Quidditch World Cup. Tongue twister. So the thing about this movie is that, the plot is okay. Like, the way they do all the all the games, and the dangerous games, and the Goblet of Fire, where you have to be over a certain age to be in the tournament. It just got kind of weird. I also did like how they picked Harry out of the Goblet of Fire, just so the plot could exist. I would redeem it if it was in the book. I haven't read the book yet, but yeah. They'll probably explain it better in the book anyway, but so Harry is in the danger games, and he has to go through all these challenges, which is 1, getting chased by a dragon, trying to get the egg from it. Number 2 is swimming and getting their love life from under the ocean. And number 3 is a giant dangerous death maze. So they do all this stuff while doing the ball in the middle of the movie, which was kind of okay. It was still fine, but the relationship with Frederick and Harry was nice, and the last part with Harry and his parents fighting off Voldemort in the Death Eaters, phenomenal. If it wasn't for that, this movie would be probably worse than the Half-Blood Prince. That's all. Cover all 8 of these titles, and it gets kind of confusing since there's 8 films. Next in my rankings, we got number 6 with the film number 7. We got Deathly Hallows Part 1. So to be completely honest, this kind of makes sense why it is going to be one of the worst films in the whole franchise, because it's basically just how you say it, like, it's supposed to be kind of like the build up to the big climax, the big finale, and it kind of does that. Like, it starts with like all of them trying to go to the Weasley's house to get Ron to fight off Voldemort, but they couldn't because the Death Eaters are after them. And it's all because overall in the franchise, Voldemort's trying to get more and more Death Eaters to do a big army of Death Eaters trying to kill Hogwarts Castle and trying to destroy every wizard in the whole world. So he's trying to get more and more Death Eaters to join him. You'll see that in Deathly Hallows Part 2. Oh boy, does he do a good work with that. But this movie, it's been just like in the Half-Blood Prince, it spends at least more than half the movie in the forest. And just camping along. I guess the forest thing is a little okay, since you do get like the whole the whole romance stuff with Hermione or Emma Watson and Harry Potter. But yeah, pretty much Ron gets all tough in this movie, and the one part I like about this movie is when they fight off the snake that's in this movie, that giant snake that Voldemort's pet is. So yeah, that's why I rank it number 6 of my rankings. All right, next up, number 5, we got The Order of the Phoenix, Film 5. So the thing about this movie, let me tell you. So this is a rocket. So this is one of the shortest movies in the whole franchise, with Deathly Hallows Part 2 being the shortest, because it's, yeah. So that being the shortest, and pretty much, basically, what this one's about, it's about, so since Dumbledore is out, Dumbledore is somewhere, and there is this new dark arts teacher, where she's pretty evil. She wants to take over the castle and make her own rules, and she wants herself to be the leader of the whole Hogwarts castle, which nobody wants, and she makes different laws, so they have to follow, and so they're her rulers and stuff. That was awful. She's the worst, and the whole movie, the worst Harry Potter character of all time. And yeah, we also in this movie we got Harry teaching every kid in the school. We got him teaching tricks, Expecto Patronum, like all the stuff to fight up to the build-up of Voldemort's revenge. So yeah, that's that, and this being the longest book in the franchise, like longer than both the Deathly Hallows movies combined as one book, explaining more than what's in the movies is very weird, because this is only 2 hours and 25 minutes, and it's just very weird on how that's that. It's like, yeah. So that is my review for that movie. All right, so coming up at my number 4 spot, we're going to do film 3, The Prisoner of Azkaban. Now, this is a very controversial pick because this is probably almost everybody's favorite film, and I get them for that. The time travel, perfect. The Expecto Patronum, perfect. Plot, perfect. I just don't think it's as good as the 3 ones in front of it, which honestly, one of them might be controversial, but the other 2 just make sense. But, so this one, so it's about all this stuff where Harry's life has gone down the drain. He discovered that Sirius Black is actually his granddad, I think. And also, or no, it's his goddad. And basically, Harry is gone. He's basically almost died. So he goes back so he wakes up from the hospital. He goes back in time to change his past, which is perfect because you get to see behind the scenes, and it just all makes sense because so much of this other stuff happened in the past when we see it in the past. And so also we got the Expecto Patronum part. That was just perfect, and the way at the end where they got we got the behind the scenes and the Expecto Patronum, it was just perfect. All the mentors, perfect, and that's why I rank it at number 4. All right, coming up in my number 3 spot, we got the original, number 1, film 1 of the whole entire franchise, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Okay, so the thing about this title is that, so in other places they call it the Philosopher's Stone, but it's the Sorcerer's Stone, so we're going to call them that now. So this movie is about Harry Potter, young Hermione, young Draco, young everybody, maybe except for Dumbledore, which he's been all the whole franchise. Everybody's young, and it's all sort of a new adventure coming for more. Villain perfect, spells they learn perfect, Quidditch perfect, everything's perfect in this movie. It's all just this whole start of this amazing franchise, and him getting his first one, nice. Hagrid, his nice. And me reading the book, it starts to make a lot more sense, a lot of just behind the scenes, and just knowing that what I'm reading about, because I've watched the movie before I've read the book, knowing that what I've read about is coming true, and that is also so familiar. It's just so nice. The Forbidden Forest part was okay, but the three-headed dog was really cool. We got the villain at the end, which is Voldemort's double head. That was pretty weird, pretty cool at the same time. Sorcerer's Stone is nice, and the Mirror of Eris is just the best as all. And that is why I rank it number 3 as my rankings. All right, number 2. This might be controversial, but I'm putting Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, the finale, the climax, to everything's building up to this point. This is so action-packed. This movie is all about the action, all about the family, all about climax, all about legacy. This movie is perfect. The send-off, perfect. The story and the plot, perfect. Snape's death and all of his backstory and stuff and his legacy, perfect. Everything is perfect in this movie. Also when this movie, we got Harry and Voldemort's a big finale, their big climax. Everything's building up to this. Harry kills himself, goes back, sees Dumbledore in heaven, just like Rocket did in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is kind of weird to say that they're both similar, but yeah, there it is. Just this movie is just perfect. Everybody's been waiting for this action moment. Everybody's been waiting. And the cool part about this is Harry kills himself and everybody thinks he's dead, but and pretty much it's just so weird, so fun, so cool. Yeah. Alright. That's for Deathly Hallows Part 2. That's film number 8. Before we do the number 1 pick, let me tell you my 3 honorable mentions. My 3 honorable mentions are Fantastic Beasts, all 3 of the movies. Now, these aren't really included as Harry Potter movies. I never actually wanted to see them. I never seen them, never wanted to see them, and they don't really look as interesting, and I honestly don't really want to watch 3 spin-off movies because they're spin-offs, because they're not going to matter. Okay, I'm going to my number 1 pick. I think it's pretty obvious if you counted. We got number 2, film number 2, we got The Chamber of Secrets. This movie is perfect. Everything is perfect in this movie. Really everything. Nothing is a waste of time. Alright, nothing is a waste of time. We got Chamber of Secrets. That's perfect. We got Tom Riddle. Perfect. Snake or the Slither guy. Snake. Perfect. Harry. Perfect. Ron. Perfect. Emma Watson or Hermione. Perfect. The only thing I don't like about this movie is Draco, of course, because he sucks all around. I like how there's a bunch of mystery in this movie, and about like what the Chamber of Secrets is, where it is, and when it happened. And we also got all of them growing up, because you can kind of see throughout all the movies, you can see them growing up. And yeah, pretty much. Also we got Dobby. Dobby. I'm ready to get to this part. Let's be real. Dobby is one of my favorite characters, and he's the reason why he's the reason why Deathly Hallows Part 1 is now above Order of the Phoenix. It's because of Dobby. Dobby is by far my favorite Harry Potter character of all time. He's just so funny, so charming. He's very cool. His design is perfect, and whatever he does, just makes me laugh every time I watch him. Him dropping the cake on Dudley's suit, such a nice touch. Him being just a little, being a little menace is just the snap of this movie. Get it? And it just ties everything in. And Harry giving him the sock at the very end, giving him freedom. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. The thing about Dobby I don't like is he doesn't show up till the 7th movie after. Therefore he dies. That's very sad, bro. Why? But yeah, pretty much that is all of the movie. To be completely honest, this is the longest movie out of all 8 of the movies. This is the longest one, and it's one of the shortest books. It's probably because the thing about this movie is that the runtime is 2 hours and 45 minutes. That's a pretty long time. It's almost 3 hours when the shortest one is 2 hours and 10 minutes. So all of them are at least 2 hours. So yeah. So that's gonna be all my rankings for all 8 Harry Potter films. All right, this is a quick recap of all of them. Last place, Half-Blood Prince. We got for 7th place, we got The Goblet of Fire. 6th place, Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 1. And we got in 5th place, we got number 5, Order of the Phoenix. 4, we got The Prisoner of Azkaban. Number 3, we got the original Sorcerer's Stone. Number 2, we got Deathly Hallows Part 2. And then we got number 1, The Chamber of Secrets. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see another ranking. And that is going to be all for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more weekly videos or monthly or whenever I post again. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, guys.